We got DJ Wayman.
Hey man, this is all new stuff to me. Thank you for pointing it out. I needed that.
It was
Sometimes
okay. It's
all you
okay.
need in life is a
Positive
little
reinforcement. That's what it's
exactly.
about.
Sometimes all you need in life is a little guidance.
Exactly. Exactly. Alrighty, guys. So, like we mentioned just now, the games are just gonna keep on going, and we actually
Yeah.
got a really sick match going up next.
I
It's gonna be a
know.
lot of fun.
Yeah, I
Um,
love the tempo we've got going
yeah.
with these games. Like this is almost unheard of in esports. Can you remember the many nights that you stayed up at 2 a.m. watching MLG, crowd shots, and just trying not to fall asleep? Well, no, those days are over, my
I
friend.
mean, it's like, we'll be right back. 30-minute timer. It's like, that's not be right back in my book, but we are already good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the players if they're ready to go.
exactly.
And with that, we'll get the next series underway. It's gonna be a really sick one.
Yeah, this should be special in many ways.
Yeah.
I mean, uThermal and Optimus, of course, they were once teammates, still good friends. I would almost say Optimus is somewhat of a disciple of uThermal. I asked Optimus about the match, how he feels,
Uh huh.
and he says, well, I could win 2-0, but I could also get crushed 2-0 because TVT right now is just, it's something else, you know?
It's a rough one. I've been playing quite a lot of random on stream, and my TVT is terrible. I mean, I'd like to point out that it's a really difficult one.
Yeah.
As we saw in the past, for anyone wondering, one of the main changes that they've made to the matchup is that you can just simply not pick up your siege top tanks
Yep.
anymore, and that changes up the mechanic entirely.
It's funny because that's how I learned to play TVT.
Right.
So it's still something else, but tanks are so much stronger now as well. But all right, we are already into the game, guys. Take it away, Loco.
That was very quick, right? Alrighty. So in the top right corner of Galactic Processes, we got Liquid uThermal.
his
And
opponent.
on the other side of the map, you wanna introduce
Yeah,
him?
I'll take it.
All right. We got none other than Mr. Optimus. Now, I can imagine, not everyone may be as familiar with Optimus. What can you tell us about him?
I believe Optimus actually lives. He has a couple of roommates, and they are all gamers, and pretty much all of them play StarCraft.
Nice.
So he lives in sort of a semi-team house, I guess you could call it. In any way,
He's extremely good.
he's very good, and he's not to be underestimated. So that's why I think this game will actually, or this series will actually be very close. Because
They're easily the best two Terran players in the Netherlands.
oh, absolutely, yeah. That's a very good way to put it, because Optimus has always sort of stood in the shadow of uThermal. uThermal was always the kid who did really well at international tournaments at a certain point, and Optimus was usually the one who got eliminated by him or something along those lines. But yeah, definitely it's going to be an interesting match. You already see a double gas opener for both Terrans, so I'm predicting we're going to see like the whole Viking, Raven, Banshee dynamic when both players open starport.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of buffs to mech as well, but it seems like the marine tank compositions are still completely viable. And actually, wow, we see a change up immediately already. Liquid Thermal actually decided to go for the factory here before going for anything else. And well, we do see the factory on the other end of the map as well, just slightly later. Interesting.
Yeah, it seems that somehow uThermal's orbital command is a lot earlier. He's down one worker, so I suppose that's the reason for that. He sort of skipped on that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder how that snowballs out into the later economy stages. But first of all, we have a Reaper now popping out for both players, and we're gonna see if these two are gonna meet each other in the middle of the map. Maybe bump heads a little bit, but most of all, they will probably be used for scouting purposes. uThermal putting his in a defensive position probably wants to prevent scouting, and Optimus kind of doing the same, probably very wary of any shenanigans.
Obviously, there's a little bit of a jump up places right here as well that can potentially be used. And looks like he knows right now, just by judging the timing, that Reaper isn't coming anymore, so he's going to have a quick little peek himself as well. Now, at the same time, uThermal transitioning towards a very quick command center here, whereas we see Optimus going for the starport instead, and getting a tech lab right there on that factory, so he's going to be able to start producing those siege tanks here very, very shortly. Now, it all depends on how is this going to come out. It turns out, I think actually that one Reaper just ended up falling, so Liquid Thermal is going to be able to start moving across
Isn't it
the map.
in the main? Let's check the units lost.
No,
oh, it's
it
not in
actually
unit
just
tab anymore. You're right.
Yes, it did just get killed.
Oh, that's quite significant because this opens up a bit of space for uThermal to put on some pressure. I only see two Marines in a Hellion, which will be hard to defend. The Banshee is still underway. Almost loses the blue Hellion there, but still a decent trade there, and two Marines just pop up out in time. Decent trade for uThermal, and he might actually be going for a second run there once
this is huge. He poked up he poked up on that ramp just far enough to spot the tech lab researching something right there in that starport. That's absolutely enormous.
Yeah, you are
We
completely right.
immediately see the engineering bay go down. We see a Viking actually go up right now for him as well. He's going to be able to deal with this cloaking or this cloaked Banshee just fine.
Yeah, he should be well prepared to defend against this, and that's really quite the bummer for Optimus because his strategy clearly relied on him doing this cloak banshee build and trying to get in some early damage. And now he's, not only is his strategy being countered, but your thermal's build by going for the earlier command center also gives him a very significant economic
Wow.
advantage. He's getting 3 turrets. He's not gonna take any significant damage from this banshee.
Even saving up the scan right now as well, not dropping the mule immediately. Now, Cloaking Field is going to finish up here very, very shortly, but Optimus, like you already pointed out, there is so much defense right now that I highly doubt he's going to be able to do any damage here whatsoever. We see a Raven follow-up right now as well for uThermal. He's going to be able to shoo away this Banshee here for the time being, but as soon as that Raven comes out, the Cloaking Field is going to be completely nullified as well. But
Yeah,
there's actually quite a lot of Terran right now for Optimus. It looks like he's planning to move across the map.
Yeah, it seems like he's been continuously producing Marines out of that reactor, the
Yeah.
barracks, whereas uThermal really
Ooh.
hasn't. He's been focusing more on his economy and put a lot of those minerals, of course, into turrets. So there might actually be a bit of an interesting window here for Optimus if he manages to do a bit of damage to the army.
Yeah, he needs to finish up that bunker actually. There's currently not that many units out for uThermal. I
Nice
mean,
pick off on the bench.
he does have the advantage here, and he does have that bunker. It looked like he's just going to simply start pushing onwards here. He does know now about the siege tank. He's going to start engaging this army to the best of his abilities, and the siege tank does fall.
Yeah, it only got 2 shots off on the Marines. The siege tank deals a lot of damage, but only if you let it live. So killing off that siege tank so fast was a good move for uThermal, limiting the damage that Optimus could actually do. There is another siege tank now in place, and it's going to start sieging this bunker, which has finished. But this will still be a hard, siege to breach. He's just going to repair these. Repair this bunker. He's got his own tank in place, which actually has vision on the other tank, and it's going to take it down. Great defense here from uThermal.
Yep. Just simply outshining his opponent throughout this game so far. Obviously, it's not over just yet, but little advantages like this definitely steam out of control very quickly.
Oh, he could have taken that Banshee out.
It was out of cloak. It stopped moving.
Oh, he's just not even going to bother. Wow, how... he may not even be behind that drastically in the game.
It's also a mental thing, right? Like, obviously, they're playing a best of 3. He doesn't want to just, go on in this match for, the foreseeable future. And
yeah, it's a bit of it's a mental game as well for sure. And I think Optimus kind of predicted he would not win against uThermal, so maybe he doesn't want to, go into all deep and spend as much energy into playing this series out. It's kind of like I mentioned, uThermal has always been better than Optimus in almost every single way. I've never really seen Optimus beat uThermal.
Like, not convincingly, I suppose, but he still can take games off of him.
And I think you should try it to the best.
And we actually saw some definitely, if we compare the games versus Tomicus earlier, right? It shows a lot more respect, I suppose, in this one, because we saw like a battle cruiser rush, and we saw some crazy, Reaper all-ins and all kinds of weird builds.
Yeah, that was something for sure. I mean, I enjoyed those games, and I hope the next game is going to be as enjoyable as well. As soon as we know which map we actually have to.
Yeah, I'm just asking right now to the admin.
Yeah, it helps if you want to actually make a game. Man, we were doing so well. We had such a good tempo going. We had things in our hands, but as soon as we're dependent on other people, don't worry, guys. It's going great. We got a great here at the Duntrek Esports Championship. We've got Hearthstone going on in the main theater, where we will be casting very soon as well. I believe we have, after this match, we have 2 more best of 3s, and then we'll be taking a break and migrating towards the other area.
It's gonna be a lot of good. It's gonna be very good, actually. We got like a full professional setup. Yeah. As it is right now, we are doing the observing and production of pretty much everything. But it seems like thus far things are working out very well, and well, we haven't really run into any issues yet. So let's not jinx it. Looks like we're good to go.
Even Smash sounds like it's pretty hype.
Sorry?
Smash sounds like it's pretty hype.
Yeah. A lot of people. So for anyone wondering, right, we're at a StarCraft event, I suppose, but there's a lot of other games that are going on here as well, and it's actually very nice. I'd never been to this venue here before either.
It's a theater.
It's super nice. Yeah. It's like a complete theater, and it has like a bar, and there's everything that you kind of need when playing video games, I suppose. So there's a lot of people. I would say, I don't know, I'm really terrible at guessing, I suppose, but I would say there's up to like 50 people here playing Smash.
Just playing Smash, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
The good old Smash, or like, the CRT
I just looked it up.
television.
Yeah, these guys actually logged in their own CRT monitors.
Oh, they did?
oh yeah, these are all people's own monitors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what Smash players do. They buy CRT TVs and they bring them home, and when they go to an event, they bring their own TVs along.
That's
So
awesome.
it's that's just kind of how Smash works. Do you know which year Smash Melee, which is the version they're playing, was released?
You tell me. I have no idea.
2001.
All right, it's been a little
If
while.
you're talking about a game that does not die, it's definitely Smash, and it's
It's
big.
brilliant, though. I'm terrible. Are you any good at Smash?
I play a bit of Captain Falco. I like him, but I'm not as good as the guys you see playing here that are pulling off. I can look right on the screen right there, but what those guys are doing, I would have no idea how
Yeah,
to replicate that.
it's scary.
It's scary, but it also demands a lot of respect because it demands a lot of mechanical ability and skill.
It's a rough one. But anyways, we're already rolling into game number 2 right here.
Indeed, we are.
And obviously, like I said already, this is indeed going to be a best of 3. Do you want to have the honor to introduce the players this time around?
Thank you very
It's the
much.
biggest honor.
In the bottom right of Frozen Temple, we have the red Terran. He is from AT Gaming. He is Optimus. And in the top left, we have the other blue Terran, currently on Team Liquid. He is uThermal.
There you go. There you go. Woo! Hype. Right, guys? It's funny, like, the longer the game goes on, basically we got, like, a display monitor standing right next to us where, people that can come around and, that are at the venue are also able to watch what is going on. But as soon as the game ends, they walk out of there just for a second. And when the new game gets underway again, I'm sure we will see people closing in.
Yeah, I think
Particularly the
people are just
Battlecruiser, the
hungry.
wild ones. People love those.
People are just hungry and getting food, I guess. I mean,
Now, a bit of an interesting scouting pattern right here by
yeah.
Optimus. Is this a scouting pattern,
No,
or...?
I don't think so. Look at how much minerals he's banking. This is going to be a barracks. So that's 2 barracks right now for Optimus. This will definitely be a proxy Reaper build.
Interesting. Normally you do go for the 3rd barrack here rather early. Obviously, you have insanely good players like Bjorn pulling off the double barracks instead, going for the double factory or the double command center as a follow-up. Now, it very much so depends on the control of Optimus how well this is going to pay off. In the meantime, we do see just a very standard build out of here, out of uThermal, except he does have that 2nd gas already, so he's going to be able to get the factory very early on.
Yeah, he's going to go for the... Oh, sorry. I thought someone was going to take my water bottle away.
Don't touch my water!
Yeah, not today.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, he's going to go for a factory, which is a very good build. If you get Hellions out in time, you can usually defend quite okay against Reapers. But the most important thing is that he needs to scout that Reapers are on the way. This first Reaper pops out and we're going to have to follow this bad boy. It does scout around, but it does not... no.
He is going to vet through the low
I think
ground.
he's going to see it.
He's going to see it.
He doesn't see it.
That's actually
huge.
a very big deal.
Yeah. It's
Question
is
he going to continuously produce? And I actually like that he goes for the Hellion here first. He's going to be able to, at the very least, not just straight up lose the game to a bunch of Hellions.
Let's be honest, though. It's Frozen Temple. Like, if there's one map Terrans are going to proxy Reaper on, it's this one. So, yeah, I don't think going blindly for Hellions is a bad move at all. And he's actually got pretty good
This is a battle of control right now. The better player will usually get out ahead. Now, you got to keep in mind, Optimus did not quite go all in with this. He is not, making that 3rd barracks and really try and get a ton of units out.
Repairing the Hellion is such a big deal, because if you keep it at the front, it'll tank so much more damage than a Reaper. Oh, here we go, chasing away.
I always love how uThermal doesn't seem to care about what's going on. He's just like, nope, I'm going to build a command center. Don't worry about it. We got this.
Oh, nice pick off. Picks off one of the Reapers of Optimus, dodging every single mine so far as well. Great control from uThermal. Needs to repair this one Hellion maybe for a bit.
And obviously that's what he's very well known for as well. Like, uThermal is known for his bio-based army and just in general his control. He plays weird strategies every now and then, but he's definitely extremely good at controlling, these kind of hit squads.
Oh, this is so good.
Like, this is
this is
3 versus 4 Reapers, right? It's 3 versus 4 Reapers. You shouldn't be winning that. And he may very well
he's gonna pick off another one.
Oh,
that's so good. Okay, he's gonna lose 2 of his own, but I don't think these Reapers have anywhere to go. Oh, this is a neural solo, and boom, goes the dynamite.
GG.
uThermal winning this game so quickly.
That was clean.
That was very clean, cut and dry, as they say, I believe.
I mean, that wasn't even an all-in, right? If you're going to go completely all-in, you're going to get that 3rd barracks as well. So you had a transition timing, but he just ended up losing all of his forces. I mean, that was, for some reason, uThermal won a fight 3 Reapers versus 4. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it just
That's
pure
usually not how these
control,
games go.
situational awareness, and just being an overall badass at
So when you're
StarCraft.
wondering, like Optimus is also like a high Grandmaster level player. He is like by no means someone to be underestimated, but he got
Exactly.
completely picked apart here.
It's definitely, I feel, the relationship between these players and the history they've had that
Hmm.
that makes him just tap out like that when he just feels like, oh, there's absolutely no way I can win this. That's a bit of a shame on one hand, but on the other hand, it's understandable when you have played so many games against someone. All right, so
Well, with that, I think we're gonna take a short little break.
very short break probably.
Also, by the way, shout out to SUV Rush, who's been casting the B stream.
Yeah,
They've
they're
been
hosting
doing a
us, I
very good
believe.
job.
Also, I heard something along those lines.
Sorry?
I thought I heard Frank say they were hosting us as well, but I might have been
Oh,
mistaken
that
there.
could very well be.
All right.
So, hey, thanks
They're
very
doing
much.
stuff for us. Thank you. All right, guys, we'll be right back.